And good morning, guys. This is Gate Talk with B. I'm B, of course. I was just, stepping out this morning, making sure you guys are staying encouraged. Today is Thursday already. Today is Thursday, May 15th. We're already 15 days into the month, which means we're halfway through, and which means we're almost 6 months into the year. So already 6 months have went by, and unfortunately 6 months have been us on quarantine and more lockdown, but it should have been a good thing. We have all been using this time to elevate and grow and to walk into our true purpose and to understand who we are and to understand what are we here to do. What is our duty into the world? What do we do to how we do to put the energy that we withhold? How are we going to put that out there? So this week we've been learning, a lot of financial tips to get us, started and ready. We started off with the savings account, and then we started off with an investment account, for something that you want to invest into your dreams. So we're still going to talk about that. We're going to make sure that you guys are using this time to actually plan for something, brainstorm on it, and manifest that idea. Don't just have this idea as being idea that's on your mind and you're constantly thinking about it and you're constantly worrying, or you're, thinking of the pros and the cons, but you're not putting it into action. That's the brainstorming process. That was the process we just spoke about. If you have an idea and you're ready to move forward with it, brainstorm on it, research on it, get the audience that you want to capture, get the content that you need, the logos, the colors, all that is starts coming into play when you're ready to turn these dreams into a manifestation. Now you're ready to, act out these things, actually put them into a physical form. This is just not a thought anymore. This is not just on a mental level. This is now you're putting it out there, but before we can actually launch that or, get that idea, we got to make sure that this idea is going to be something that fits your true purpose. This idea is going to be something that you can fire the fire, that you can understand that is for you. Because anything that you feel good about, thinking about and doing, it comes natural for you. Like, I spoke on yesterday with, my cousin. You have to be confident to yourself. You can't step out into something and then, get intimidated, or, you can't take on the challenges that come with it, or, the demands that come with it, because you step out there. You give people a taste of something and it's your true purpose. They're going to want more of it. They're going to want, it's going to be like that feedback that I got. I was only supposed to do one show until June 7th, but this has turned my whole pathway around to now I'm doing this shows daily to keep you guys encouraged until June 7th. So that's why I had to explain to her, when you guys have a content or you have a business or you have an idea that's for you, that's your niche, that's your manifestation, that's something that only you can create and think of, and you put it out there. But sometimes you put it out there, you're not really sure of the confidence of yourself behind it. You'll find yourself getting burnt out or intimidated by it. You'll find yourself getting, little kind of worked up about it. Wait a minute, this is something that I didn't, plan for correctly. I got the finance, but I got other things going on. I wasn't really. So that's why I say spend those 20 minutes of day meditating. And after you meditate, jump immediately into your investment or your business or your idea that you're ready to manifest. Because now remember, we're saving for it. We're already got the account for our savings for our, rainy days. And now as of our last episode, we are starting to save towards that investment. We're starting to put at least, $15, $20 aside just for that sole reason of that idea. So once you're done brainstorming and, you got your content ready or your business logo or, your food vendors or your food, all those things, once you have those aligned up, then it should come natural for you to know that you could tap into now the monetary source of it. So that's the reason why we're talking about two things here. We're making sure we're financially ready for that investment, and we're making sure we're brainstorming on it, because the worst thing we want to do is jump out there with an idea and then the idea doesn't manifest the way we want. It doesn't take the path that we're expecting it to take, because what that's going to do is throw us off from any other ideas or any other manifestation that's due to come from our energy, So that's what we got to make sure that we're doing. We got to make sure that we're getting excited about one thing. We're channeling all those ideas and we're channeling all those thoughts and all the resources that you have into one main idea. That way you can focus on one thing on your plate. Don't have two, three things. Oh, I want a t-shirt company. I want this and no, focus on one thing first, sum it up into one, round pick, draft pick. That's it. After you're brainstorming and you put a lot of ideas, sometimes it can come with just words. Just a bunch of words on a paper. But after you sit there and brainstorm and you analyze on it, you have come up with your topic. You have come up with what now you can serve a purpose on. And when you're doing that, now you can channel into the research of it, the vendors you have to call, or reach out to how much money, setting that budget for yourself. All those things are going to help you walk into your purpose, but you have to be the one to feel the fire for it. You have to be the one that actually saving for it. You have to be the one that's actually putting the time and the research. No one else can do this for you, because if you don't feel the fire and the burn of wanting to start this yourself, then it's going to be solely based on other people's ideas and other people's opinion. And we all know how that's going to go. If I base everything I did off someone else's opinion, then it'll be a lot of things that I wouldn't have manifested in the time that I have manifested them. What I do is I solely have to understand, I just read a podcast. Listened to a podcast last night. You can't take anything personal. You can't take anything that the people around you do, say, or move personally, because they're on their own journey. They have their own goals. So when they look at your idea, they can't see the same fire and idea that you can see. They can only support it or not support it. So what you have to do is make sure you're channeling all of your energy, all of the things that you want to manifest, and making sure that you don't take it personally when other people don't support it. So that's why I say you have to make sure that you're aligned with you. And this is a confident investment for yourself, because you're going to find yourself maybe, if you sell dinners or, do nails, one or two customers. But like I told my cousin yesterday, those one or two customers are going to be loyal. They're going to be loyal. They're going to keep coming back. And what you're doing is you're putting that energy into them that they're putting out into the world. So now, hey, your nails look good, or that, that food looks really nice that you Okay, that's channeling it back to you. So what you're doing is now creating an audience of, consistency. So like I say, even if it's one or two people if one or two people are listening, these one or two people are going to share, they're going to post, they're going to support. So where everyone wants to tap into what they're got, what's keeping them coming back? What's allowing them to understand her content? What's keeping them, continue to listen to her. So that's going to tap into the new resources for you. So don't set your journey out with the expectation that this is just going to be a big blowout immediately. And if it doesn't, you pull back. No, it's a slow journey. It's something that you're building towards yourself. When you're a baby, and I want to compare it too much, but it's kind of like that, when you're blessed to conceive, you have to wait those 9 months to see the blessing. You have to wait to see, does the baby look like you, the mom, what's to come? Is it going to be a singer? Is he going to be, athletic? You all have to wait to see all those things, because even once the baby's born, you got to wait till they turn a certain age to see their athletic skills or their creative skills. So it's just the same way with your business. Take it as your baby. This is something that's growing slowly, and you're figuring it out, and you're understanding it, and you're researching it, and you're putting time and effort. You're spending the money and the resources that you need until it manifests into what it's supposed to be. We can only nurture a dream. We can only nurture a thought, and the universe and, God and anything else you believe is going to manifest that for you. You just have to do your work. And everything is a slow journey. Nothing's going to be fast. That's why I say last week, don't set a goal out, to take a class or a course or something to better yourself. And that class or that course starts in 2 weeks. No. Do something that gives you at least 30 to 90 days, that way it can give you a time to budget, to plan, to brainstorm, to see if this is even for you. It's a lot of things that I like, but it's not for me. But just because I like them doesn't mean I have to invest into it. That could be something that I support on someone else's end. That could be something that I'll support you on because I see that it's a great idea. It's just not for me. So we have to understand that just because the ideas come, it's not for us. Because if I acted off on every idea I had, then I'll be broke right now. So that's what we're trying to, we're trying to eliminate the need of spending excess money or wasteful money or wasteful resource and time on something that's not even our purpose. Just because someone else is doing that and their revenue is good and, they have good audience and feedback, that's for them. Just support them. That's something that you shouldn't say, I see them doing. Let me tap. No. Do it for yourself. What is your purpose? What's the fire? What gets your fire going? And then that's what you brainstorm on, and that's what you put your resources, and that's what you save for, and that's what you manifest into. Because that's what's going to work. That's your niche. That's for you. That's your idea. That's where you're putting your time and your effort in. And you're not taking anything personal around you. Like I say, don't take anything personal. Set out your goals and your journey for yourself. If you have kids, that should be enough. For me, this is enough. Whether it's, manifesting now or whether it's manifesting later, it's enough for me to satisfy whatever thoughts or whatever, ideas and manifestation. It's enough for me now. I don't want to tap into anything that, might deter me from my true purpose. And that's what we have to understand. We have to have that patience as well, because what I'm doing is not making me money. What I'm doing is just encouraging, but it's making me to a better person. It's making me it's building me up to be able to make monetary gains, but that's not that's not my purpose. My purpose isn't to make money. Some people purpose is. Some people are very good with moving and, getting things done and, having the gains to be able to sell or trade. I'm not that one. That's not for me. I'm a supporter. I'm an uplifter. So we have to understand that's, where we stand in the universe. Are we the supporters or are we the sellers? Are we whatever you choose to do, make sure it's aligned with who you really are. Don't step out of that alignment just because it's for someone else. Because sometimes God will put you on a journey with someone totally opposite for you, just to make sure that it's that balance between you guys, whether it's friends or spouses. He's not going to bless you guys with the same dream and a passion. He's going to make sure it balances out. You have your end, I have mine. You're the seller, I'm the doer. You're the doer, I'm the talker. Whatever way it is, he's going to make sure he balances it out. So don't align yourself with someone else's purpose, because what you're going to find is failure. And if you fail and they're succeeding, now that's that jealousy, that's that envy, that's those things that start to come out that we had no business even setting ourselves up for, because that wasn't your purpose. That wasn't your alignment. That's not what you were saving for. That's not what you brainstormed on. That's just because you see and you look for someone else is doing. That's why I told my family member yesterday, even when you set out on this journey and you got your idea, you're going to sell food or you're going to, sell T-shirts. Someone around the corner could be doing it, but the way they do it and the way they handle it isn't the way that you're going to do it and handle it. Your market different. You're giving your customers maybe a small uplifting chat when they come purchase, or you're throwing in a gratitude gift. Whatever it is, you have to do yours different, and it's going to be different because that's your manifestation. That's who you are. So don't allow the challenge and the, intimidation of someone else just because they're in that revenue to suppress your ideas, And that's just where we at. This is just a small, I got up this morning. Right now it's really, really early. It's 7:09. But it was just something that was lingering on me, something that I felt like I had to speak on, because as we're talking about becoming financially stable, we want to make sure that you are becoming financially stable with your purpose, that you're saving for your purpose. Because the worst thing you want to do is save all this money, invest into something, and it flops, or it's not what you thought. So that's why I say before you invest, just let let that savings pile up a little bit more. Brainstorm a little bit more. Understand who you have to reach to touch, to your point. What things you have to do to gain the knowledge that you have to. So when you step out there, it's all or nothing. I got this. I know the knowledge. I know my people. I know my stuff. I'm ready for it. I can't get burnt out on something that drives me. I can't get burnt out on something that I'm set up for. I already know. I know how much I have. If I'm podcasting, I know how many episodes I have to do every week. I know what I need to do to, engage on Facebook or Instagram. If you're selling, like I say, food, your food days, the days that, you have to serve your customers, your working class, your club class, your younger class. All those things you have to take into consideration, but you also have to make sure that you're aligning it with you. Because it starts with you. Because if you're stressed and you don't understand the content and you just going with the flow every morning, you just get up and this is just what it is, it's going to be all over the place. And when it's all over the place, your customers